My fellow Sierra Leoneans, my name is Senesi Jani Tarawali, commonly called London Jet, Blama's finest, the man who conjures something out of nothing, and I am a Maada bill supporter. In part 2, I will continue to state a positive case why Maada bill is the best alternative to President Koroma. The problem in Sierra Leone today is not about SLPP versus APC. It is not about Timni versus Mende. It is not about Christians versus Muslims. The problem in Sierra Leone today is about right versus wrong. We have a small minority of people, the leadership of Sierra Leone, consuming all the resources of our nation and leaving the rest of the people in abject poverty. This cannot be done. We must learn to be humbled. We must learn to conserve what we have. And we must learn to be kind enough so that the rest of us will have enough food to eat, our children to go to school, health care facilities for everyone, jobs, better education, and infrastructural development for our people. There are over 5 million people in Sierra Leone today, most of them living under less than $1 a day, and not enough money to survive. And yet, Dr. Kandeyom Keller and his fantasy KKY movement spend all their energy and resources attacking Maada bill and his supporters. Is Maada bill responsible for the failures of the APC political mafia? If we did not know any better, we would be deceived by the KKY fantasy movement into thinking that all our problems will end the moment we destroy Maada bill. It is this kind of foolishness, political immaturity, poor judgment that is destroying Sierra Leone. Instead of working together with a big and powerful stakeholder like Maada bill in the SLPP, the KKY fantasy movement is hell-bent on pursuing Kandeyom Keller's private ego and career plan. We can do better than this. We will join with Maada bill and ask any and all who share our common goal for a better Sierra Leone to work with us. These people have no idea about what our people's priorities are. At a time when our country is bleeding, at a time when our nation is on its knees, at a time when our people are suffering unbearable misery, at a time when the government is systematically destroying every fabric of our daily lives, they are still hell-bent on attacking Maada bill, as if Maada bill is responsible for these problems. It is clear that Maada bill is not responsible for any of the failings of this current government. In fact, he is attacking this government. He is trying to work with anybody to find alternative that is better than this government has to offer. And yet, the Yom Keller fantasy movement will not join with him, work with him, and fight with him. The support Maada bill receives from the many of the disenfranchised youths and citizens is an expression of the frustration many people have with our broken and morally bankrupt society. It is clear now who has the right priority. It is clear now who puts our people's concerns first. It is clear now who is driven by personal ambition and who is humble enough to work with any and all to improve the human conditions in our beloved Sierra Leone. Maada bill has the right priorities. He has a track record of doing this. In 2005, he was publicly humiliated in the flag bearer contest for the SLPP leadership. He did not join others in attacking the flag bearer. He did not join others to leave the party. He stayed and worked within the party. He swallowed his pride and was ready to work for his party. He has demonstrated his true loyalty to the SFPP. It is time for the rest of us to join with him and identify him as a truly inspirational leader. We have nothing personal against Dr. Kande Yomkela, but we will not pretend. He has exhibited a kind of poor judgment, lack of political experience, and total political immaturity on a scale that has never ever before seen in a political landscape in Sierra Leone. He is not ready for prime time. We cannot afford a learning on the job modern apprenticeship for the highest office in Sierra Leone. We need a leader who is tried and tested and who can demonstrate clearly that he understands the people's priorities the way Maada Bio has always done. If Dr. Kande Yomkela still believes that attacking Maada Bio is the #1 priority in Sierra Leone, then surely he is not fit for office. Labeling fellow party members as terrorists is a clear example of extremely poor judgment and political inexperience. To publicly label fellow party members as terrorists suggests that he cannot be taken seriously as a party member, let alone a flag bearer. We must all choose our words carefully and never allow our bruised ego and vanity to dilute our brains. Once again, Dr. Kande Yomkela and his fantasy brigade have shown the kind of political immaturity more commonly associated with those who hold our people in contempt. We can do better than this. Maada Bio would never treat fellow party members in such a disrespectful way, ignoring due process, available evidence, and the facts. I choose Maada Bio, who has demonstrated time and time again that his people come first and his ego last. In 1992, many folks who now have a distaste for military coups were cheering Maada Bio and the NPRC as heroes and saviors. Young men like Maada Bio put their lives at risk to end the evil, immoral, and vicious APC tyranny. He put his duty to country above all else and discharged his solemn oath to protect the people of Sierra Leone from harm. In 1996, when obstacles were put in the way of the roadmap to the return of democracy, Maada Bio acted decisively at great personal risk to ensure the return of democracy. We note that at the time, many who have now suddenly developed a distaste for military coups applauded his actions and called him the father of Sierra Leone democracy. Was there any other way of saving Sierra Leone from the disastrous, morally repugnant, and vicious APC tyranny in 1992? Would Sierra Leone have returned to democracy in 1996? Or would we have been plunged into an endless cycle of conflict if Maada Bio had not acted decisively as a true patriot? We become fools when we learn to forget the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is bleeding. Our country is on its knees. Our people are suffering unbearable misery. This is not the time to take a chance on potential. We need a candidate with the highest level of experience. A leader who is tried and tested and who can demonstrate clearly that he understands the people's priorities. We have one candidate, only one candidate, who has the required experience of running a national campaign. We have one candidate who has the experience of holding the highest office. He is the only candidate tried and tested at the highest level. There is no substitute for the experience gained at the highest level. Maada is uniquely placed to bring his experience to the challenge of overcoming the formidable APC political machine. He has analyzed and reviewed the mistakes of the past in a way only he could. It takes many years to forge the type of experience Maada possesses. Can we really afford to dispense with such an accumulated experience at such a critical time? Maada has proven time and time again that he will always put his country first. He has proven time and time again that no matter the circumstances, no matter the animosity, he will still be prepared to work with any and all who believe in a better Sierra Leone. This is the man who would never be party to violence. His track record has been proven that he believes in peace. His track record has been proven that he believes in harmony. His track record has been proven that he believes in bringing people together. He said he would never give up on his people. That is the kind of man we need to rule Sierra Leone. That is the kind of Pt2 we want. And that is why I support him. Humility is his middle name. And for all his faults, for all the things some of you may not like about him, he presents us with a clear roadmap to an election victory. It is time to get behind him. It is time to join Maada as partners for progress so that we can finally concentrate on our ultimate goal and our number one priority. Thank you. God bless Sierra Leone, Blama's finest, the man who conjures something out of nothing.